Hello again, Faithbox family. Lacey here again with you on day 12 of the month of authenticity. And this scripture today comes from 2 Corinthians 2, 1a, 3. When I first came to you, dear brothers and sisters, I came to you in weakness, timid, and trembling. Put yourself in Paul's shoes and imagine how nervous, vulnerable, and intimidated he must have felt. He was supposed to be the leader, the one with unabashed confidence and unrelenting vision. Yet when he arrived in person to the church at Corinth, he felt weak, timid, and trembling. It's one thing to feel what Paul felt, but he went as far as going on the record and admitting what he felt publicly. In situations such as these, we may think that a good leader or a mature Christian might hold back and reserve such vulnerable emotions. Many of us have been taught that strength and faith in leadership is showing no sign of weakness or vulnerability. We may fear or worry that being honest about how we feel could cause us to lose our credibility or make others question our abilities. But in fact, the opposite is true. Being authentic about our struggles may feel like weakness to you, but it looks like courage to others. I love this devotional today. Like I said in some of my other devotionals I've done this month, is the fact that God has been speaking to me about this subject even before I found out what our month theme was. And the most important thing, I think, as Christians is for us to be honest with each other and open about the struggles we deal with, the fears, our weaknesses, because it helps other people that go through those things. And it also shows that God works the most through us when we have to depend on Him. If we don't have those weaknesses or struggles or doubts, then we don't always think we need God. Those times in our lives help us know that we need God. And just like God and Gideon, and having Gideon take his men down to 300 men, to the world, it was impossible for him to complete the task. But God knew that everybody would know that it was God that brought them through, because it did seem impossible. And so it's so important for us to be open with each other about our struggles. It may be struggles with sin, it may be struggles with doubts and fears. And I know I've probably seem repetitive because I've talked about this before, but I just think it's so important for us to share those things with other Christians and even unbelievers. I hope that I never come across as perfect or that I don't need God, because I'm just like everybody else and I have struggles and fears. And maybe one thing we can do today as a challenge is to post in our chat or whatever, something that you're struggling with, something that has been hard for you to deal with. And we can lean on each other, and I'm sure somebody else is going through a similar situation or struggle as you. I hope you've enjoyed this devotional. I know I did, and I'll see you back here in a couple days.